friends, welcome. Hope you can hear me okay. I've got my earbuds in so that you hear me more clearly when I have to move around and grab things. So just hop on, let me know you're here, leave a comment, say hello, grab your catalog package, and we will get started in just a moment. Just make sure everything's working okay. Like I say, give me a thumbs up that you can hear me okay. I will do a quick test on my end while you're all hopping on. All right. We got some candy here. Help yourselves. You know, the virtual candy, the nice diet kind. I am not sure if I've got volume here. Give me 1 sec. I'm just checking. I obviously don't want to start and you wouldn't even be able to hear me. That'd be kind of a waste of time now, wouldn't it? We can get technology to work here for us. All right, yep, I can hear myself, so that means you can hear me. All right, so I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. When you're ready with your catalogs, we'll get started. So if you haven't been into your little goodie pack that you got in the mail, rip that baby open and see what's inside. But I'm sure that you have torn it open because the catalog is beautiful and you're going to want to see everything in it. So I'm sure you ripped it open. What you'll want to note in your pack is that I included a wish list for you with a little breakdown of what's where in the catalog and such, which we'll be going through together. So we will touch on some things and you'll be able to note in there what you like and don't like and that sort of thing, and then create your shopping list. I've also got a host code here going till June the 13th. So if you do want to order anything that's under $200, you'll use your own host code then to get the perks and benefits. But if you're using mine, then I use those benefits to give you guys free things and little giveaways and that sort of thing. So it's fun. So like I say, if it's under $200, definitely use that host code, or get in touch with me and I'll help you walk you through it and get what you need. But do make a wish list because there's some beautiful things in here. I have one ongoing all the time. So you'll notice on I'm just going to sort of leave it right there so that you can note it. And what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought there for a second. Oh, the hashtags. So I'm going to hashtag every one of the posts so that if you are missing it and have to watch the replay or something like that, you can go back and do that. And you can see what you've missed, and then it's all in one place and you're not searching, because we know how Facebook makes things disappear. You're not searching around trying to find what you're looking for. The hashtags will help you locate the party information quickly. And if you have tuned in all week and watched where I've focused on some of the returning favorites to this catalog, you'll see those hashtagged as returning favorites. So that's another way for you to search back in my page and find anything that you happen to see and like out of that, whether you want to recreate a card that you saw or you just want to look back because you missed it. That's one way to use those hashtags and find those posts really quickly. Okay, and then there was a little quiz going on that you hopefully got to participate in. And we'll go over those answers later on and then pick a prize for whoever comes up on the wheel, which I'll do after the fact or in between videos so that I have a chance to sort of tidy up and get things organized. So, catalog, beautiful. Wouldn't you all agree? Yes, yes, yes. It's drool worthy, I'm telling you. Look at this beautiful set, which we'll get to later because it's later in the catalog. We're going to kind of go as close to page by page as we can through the catalog, so that everybody can follow along and we're not jumping around and making things not make sense. Okay, so quickly to the table of contents, which is on page 3. It's going to note exactly what I put on the side of the wish list for you. I just broke it down nice and easy so that you could just flip through and not have to flip back. You had it right there in view for you. So we've got a bunch of suites. We have 10 suites in this catalog and 6 bundles. So it's a nice bunch of products to choose from, and we'll give you multitudes of cards to create. I am fastly creating card classes and that sort of thing, as fast as I can, as fast as I get the product. I change my mind daily because there's so many beautiful suites in this catalog. But look forward and watch out in the events page for any of the new classes coming up, and sign up or just get in touch with me and I'll help you do that. All right, so then we've also got accessories and more in the catalog, your host and how to join, which we'll go over, and then an index at the back, which is very, very helpful. So if you know the name of a set, or you hear me mention it in a video or something like that, you can quickly go to the back of your catalog, so 172, 173 and on, and it will show you the name, what page it's on, the item number, all that kind of good details, and then all the accessories as well. It'll tell you where to locate those in the catalog. So those are great hit points to look at through the catalog and make it quicker and easier to find what you're looking for. Okay, and then it's got bundles broken down here, stamp sets and accessories and all that, but we're going to go through and we're going to find all that kind of stuff. Okay, so then on page 4, I'll just slide this over so to make sure that you can see it. Okay, so we have 2 different types of stamps. So give me 1 second to grab those. So we have a red rubber stamp, which is these ones here. They have like a foam layer in between them, so it gives them some give. And they just come like that. This is an older set of the snail mail, which is still good till the end of June. And then we now have polymer. So these are a clear stamp set that you can see through, which makes it nice and easy to place items over, like say you've got this jar in this set that I grabbed. It's easy for you to place and stamp where exactly you want it because you can see through where the top of that jar is and where you're going to want to start your flowers on this set in particular. So it makes it nice and easy for you. The only thing that these ones lack is that foam layer. So I have a couple products here that are a good item to add to your collection. I have an old mouse pad, which works too. So if you have that, that's perfect as well. Or Stampin' Up sells foam pads that give you that little extra layer. So when you stamp and you're flat on your table, it's just giving you that little foam layer that's missing from the red rubber. So I hope that makes sense. Also, with the red rubber, because they can detail cut them a lot. No, I wouldn't say a lot better. I shouldn't say that. That's not the right choice of words. But they can get very, very detailed. So the crisp image that you get with the red rubber is just second to none. So the cuts that they do with these, as opposed to, it's a different cutting mechanism that they do with that. So crisper image with the red rubber, but not to discount the beautiness that the polymer will give you. So it's just 2 different styles. You don't get to pick and choose. Stampin' Up chooses which way those stamp sets come, so it is what it is. A good tip with your red rubber, though, when you get them, to get a crisper image. So this I've stamped and not sanded my red rubber first. So you can see that I have sort of not gotten a clean stamp out of that. So when you get your stamps, you'll want to clean them off because they do have some manufacturing type products on them, obviously, like everything does. So when you get them, you'll want to just quickly, I just use a very fine emery board and quickly just give them a very light sand. You don't need a lot of pressure. Do it in different directions so that you don't create bumps and jaggedness and stuff like that into your stamp. And then you will, when you stamp it, you'll get a much crisper image. So as you can see the difference between those two. So it just cleans it up a little bit from the manufacturing process. So good tip. And then with your photopolymer, you'll just want to give them a wipe with a non-scented baby wipe or just with your simple chamois and water. So our simple chamois, just wash them off and just get that manufacturer's grubbiness off. Okay, so that's covers our two different stamp sets, which you'll notice on page 4. And then on the bottom, you're going to see some icons. So those icons are to tell you what's new in the catalog. So the ends with the polished pink around them, that means it's a new product. The little flowers sort of reversed means that they're reversibles. So we only have 2 sets of reversibles in this catalog, which are the jar of flowers and the mountain air. So the jar of flowers I just showed you, which means you can stamp on both sides of the stamp. So I'll grab so you can't see it online or on the camera, obviously, but this side has raised images, which have the little lines of the jar. On this side, it's just blank. So it would give you that dimensional look depending on what colors you stamped it in. So say you stamped your jar in black and then on the back side, you wanted to create like a soft watercolor, you would basically just use like a light color like Pool Party and stamp that in, and then it would sort of give you a whitewashed image of that blue to look like water. So it's kind of cool. And then with the mountains, I did some in the returning favorites post. So if you want to look back and see that, you'll see where I've used the reversed image of that stamp. Okay, so just those 2 sets in this catalog. Distinctive creates different opacities with the single stamped images. So you get a lot of dimension and stuff like that, with which I'll show you as we go through and look at sets where that distinctive ink stamp sets have come into play. The little time clock means it's quick and easy for creating multiple projects. So just simple stamping and quick, you're done. And then some of them are marked English and French. So that means they come in both languages, English and French, which is very nice because we are in many different markets. So that kind of appeals to everybody, that you can have whatever language you should need. This is the full spectrum of all of our colors, which we will touch on the color families later on in the catalog, but it's kind of a nice picture. You almost want to frame it and hang it on the wall. All right, and then this one just talks about coordination. So page 6 and 7, everything is coordinated to match perfectly to make making cards as easy as possible for you, and so that you don't really have to think too hard. I help you do that too. But if you just want to buy a suite and have everything match and perfectly coordinate, Stampin' Up! Has done that for you, and they do it impeccably. So as you can see, if you've looked through the catalog, that there are so many things that just blend so nicely together, and it may not have been something that you would think of. Sometimes it's not even something that I would think of, and you blend it together and it just works. Like some colors is just like wow. So that's a cool option. All right, so Stampin' Up! Has changed our kits a little bit. So a while back I talked about, we still have them till the end of June, but in the mini catalog we have kits available that are all inclusive, that have everything that you need to create anything that you want. So some of the kits are include stamps. Some of them are like little packaging. Some are just for doing card making only. There's no stamps or anything involved. Everything is like a pre-printed product. So I'll show you a couple of the kits. They're available online starting June the 1st, but we're allowed to, as demonstrators, obviously order things ahead of time so that we can show you. So when they're not available, they won't be online for you to see. So that anything that you see online, there's 10 kits, I believe, available. You can order those. So if you wanted to have a get together with your friends or something, you could basically order all different kits. Everyone could have a different one, and you could basically just have a party that way, and then everybody gets sort of what they want. So that's a nice option. Some of the kits to start off with will be, so if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, this may look familiar. Um, they're reusing some of the Paper Pumpkin kits for now because it's new, so they're just sort of putting things out there and seeing how it goes, getting the feedback and all that kind of stuff. So this one is a couple years ago, I think. It's called Sentimental Rose. It's quite pretty, as you can see. It comes with the stamps. It comes with an ink spot, and it comes with everything that you need to make the cards. So there's cards, there's cutouts, there's a block in there, there's dimensionals, there's the twine, there's sentiment pop-outs, so the ones that you see right here. Everything that you need to create what you see on the front of this is in that box, which is nice. The price point is basically $26. Where's my, yeah, so these are $26 to buy. You get this whole thing and you get it in a fun little box shipped to you. Here's the little box. Okay. Um, Basically they're geared towards like new stampers or people that are, want quick, easy cards to go. For some of us who don't have a lot of time to stamp and create things, but we still want to send cards to people. That's a great way to just get a quick um, a quick bunch of cards so that you can have them on hand to give away, or you can give that as a gift to somebody. Like, it's just endless possibilities. So they're great kits. But if Paper Pumpkin sort of is not your jam, they may not appeal to you just yet. But trust me, Stamping Up never lets us down, and they will adjust as they get feedback and stuff like that from the market. Of what people actually are looking for. So this is another fun one. This one is part of the non-stamping kits. So I think there's 4 or 5 of them. Don't quote me on that. I just had a quick look and ordered just a couple of them that jumped out to me. So this one, you can create these cards, but it does not include a stamp set or ink or a block or anything like that. So you do have to have those products, or you can order them. Um, and basically, like, you just need a sentiment stamp and say some black ink for this one, really. So pretty easy. And, as you can see, it makes some beautiful cards as well. So this price point is $16.25, which is reasonable. This would make a nice gift too. So, and you can create your own little basket of goodies or something that you want to add embellishments and stuff like that, if you want to create something for someone. So they're great little gifts, not too expensive, but definitely right now geared towards that beginner crafter. Okay. So that touches on those, but it's a great way to, give a crafting experience to someone, or, take them out to the lake and you can create cards while you're out at the lake, but you're in the sunshine, and then you've got some cards in a box ready to go when you get home. So Paper Pumpkin, I have discussed before. It's same sort of style as the brown box here that I showed you. Just each month it's different. So these ones change, whereas the brown paper ones don't. So last month's was a baseball themed one. Next month's is featuring, it matches up with the paper from the Expressions in Ink set. So it's going to be something geared towards that. You'll see me posting posts about it. So if you're interested to try it out, see what it's all about, definitely touch base with me. It's $30 plus shipping to wherever you are. And it's great. I get them every month. I didn't get the baseball one because it didn't really appeal to me, but definitely getting next month's. And so they're a great addition to your craft room projects. If you don't have a lot of room, they're great because you can still create cards and not take up a bunch of room. All right, so hopefully I've got everybody still on board with me. That wasn't too much information for you. Do we need a chocolate bar? Keep us going. We'll go through a few sweets and then we'll take a little break. I'll get cleaned up my desk and then I'll jump back on again, and we'll get going again. So if you have any questions, just shoot them in the comments and I will happily answer them for you. Okay, just gonna have a quick drink here. Okay, so Beauty of the Earth suite. this is gorgeous. I just had too many other things on my wish list and didn't get it just yet. So it is in the queue to order. It just hasn't come yet. But I do have a few things from the set. So I did order the papers, and I did order the embossing folder that comes with it. So this set has this stamp set that you see here. You get a die set included. You get the designer series paper, which I'll show you in just a second. And then you get the Bark 3D embossing folder, all for the $100.25. You'll use that one item code. So that's a beautiful thing that they give you one item code and you get everything in that suite. So that's perfect. You, of course, can order things as a bundle only, so just the stamps and the dies at a 10% savings, or you can just order the stamp set, or you can just order the paper like I did. So you can order everything individually. There's no reason why you can't just pick and choose what you want. That's the beauty of all these sets. But the suites, they like to pair things up together, so then you have everything so you can create just right from the get-go and just let your imagination run wild. So as you can see, there's some samples here in the catalog. I also have queued up a video. So my team members and I all created videos to help each other out for our launch parties. So everybody is sharing their videos. And so I've queued up Jen's video where she created a card with this set, and it's beautiful. So you'll see that queued up about 7 o'clock and 7 o'clock my time. So if you're in BC, which I do have a few followers in BC, that'll come up at your time as well. So everything will be queued up in my time. So if I say a time, it's Alberta time. Okay. So let me show you this beautiful paper. Isn't this gorgeous? Like this, I didn't order it right away because it kind of speaks fall to me, but and look at this wood grain on the back. Like, isn't that gorgeous? And this one is so pretty. Like you could just cut it in half and then you've got card fronts. So like this card here, I just didn't have time to create anything with this paper. So that's why I have no samples for you. But I promise. And nice little tree background. Like that's gonna make gorgeous Christmas cards, I think, with like a wintry scene. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? And with the clouds, just gorgeous. This one's so pretty too, like wintry Christmas cards, which we're not there yet. It's just getting sunny out here in Alberta. We're not gonna move on to Christmas. This one's pretty. It's like looking up, lying down on the ground, looking up at the trees, sort of thing, like when you're a kid. And this one's beautiful. So this one they've used and they've cut out like the die cut for the tree, and then it looks like the leaves and stuff like that. So it's really, really pretty. Whoever did this paper is just brilliant. And this one, I've seen a lot of cards where they've just cut it and used the strips of the trees. So many, many uses for the paper. Not pretty. So that's the Beauty of the Earth set of designer series paper. And then this is the Bark embossing folder. So I've just cut out a card front. I had intentions to make a card and then just never got around to it. So isn't that pretty? So just that texture, like it feels when you rub it, it feels like tape woven bark. Like it is so cool. Okay, so that is Beauty of the Earth. In future posts, you will see me using it to create cards once I've ordered it. Okay, any questions there? Shoot them in the comments. Another thing to note is when you see the shaded area around images in the stamp set pictures that they're showing you here, that means there's a coordinating die that goes with it. So in other sets that I do have where that's visible in the catalog, I'll show you how that matches up and it'll make sense to you. Okay, so that's Beauty of the Beauty of Friendship and Beauty of the Earth Suite. Okay. So I'm going to skip over a few of these because a lot of them are returning and some of them I don't have. So if you have any questions, you can definitely ask. I'll try and show you what I can. I'm just getting my basket off the floor here of all my stuff. I've got quite the mess going on here. So give me 1 second. Okay, so the reversibles, we talked about those in the beginning, and I just want to show you a few samples and just touch on those for a minute more. So like I said, you can use the back side of them, which is awesome. I'll just put the catalog out of the way for a second. So like I say, Jar of Flowers is one, and the Mountain Air is the other. So very cool. This one comes with a jar punch, so it actually punches out the jar. And this one comes with some dies that match up with the trees and the mountains and the moon and everything, so it cuts all that out for you. So it's very, very cool. So, and I put a note in my thing because I forget sometimes. So I just say flip it over. So like this water scene, like you'll see here, when you flip it over, it's just going to create that shadowed image behind it. So it's just beautiful. Like I say, I don't know if I did that on the cards that I did create, but I definitely will, and you will see that happening in the future. So here's a card that was in one of the returning favorites posts that I did this week. So I definitely didn't use that shadowing here. I honestly don't think I'd used it on any of them because I wasn't really paying attention. So here's another one. And just like the trees, there's the mountains. I come from Vancouver Island, so I miss the mountains. So this set I've had for a while and never actually used. So it was nice to break it out and use it. Like this one just speaks the ocean to me. So super nice, great for masculine cards or somebody who likes nature, that sort of thing. So that's perfect there. And then for somebody who likes flowers, definitely Jar of Flowers is. I love to watercolor this, and I've turned this one into a shaker card. So I've just used a window sheet there, and it's got little shakers in it, and it's kind of fun. And then I've used one of the new in colors, which we'll touch on here in just a moment, of Fresh Freesia. So quite pretty. I've used Fresh Freesia again here and Highland Heather, and I've just colored in with my blends, my Stampin Blends, the flowers, and added some Wink of Stella. I don't know if the light's picking that up or not, but just nice, simple, easy. It didn't take me very long to put this together. And then this one here, I love sunflowers, so that's another reason why I ordered this set, because I just knew I could watercolor them and use my blends or my markers or whatever and color them in. So that's what I've done here, just use the Stampin' Blends again. And this is the background. It's really hard to tell because it's really, really light, but I've flipped the stamp over and made the blue in my jar to look like water. And then this is one of our new border dies, which we'll touch on later as well, that I've just created a little vellum accent there. So just some nice, easy cards with those reversible, which only on the one did I use the reversible thing. So I'll put it on my list. I'll make a note right now to make some more samples to show you that back and forth stamping for sure. Okay, so who's ready to jump into the in colors? Oh my goodness, you guys, these are so gorgeous. Just trying to find a spot to put my basket down. There we go. So you'll see that in the card that I sent you in your catalog party pack, I've used the designer series paper in the new in colors. So kind of fun, and the party puffin because I thought he was cute. So you got a little sampling of those colors, but here they are up close and personal. So we've got Polished Pink, Fresh Freesia, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and Pale Papaya. I hope you guys did the quiz. I'll have to post it again because it's probably long gone in the feed of Facebook. But it was a fun little quiz to find out what color you are. I was polished pink, which surprised me, but I posted what it meant, and if anybody who knows me will know that that was pretty bang on to me. So there was a little prize contest, so I hope you entered. I've got a few people on my list that did do it. So if you haven't already, jump on and do it, and let me know what your answers are, and I'll enter you into the draw. So all of the colors again come in our markers. So our markers are dual tipped. They have a brush end. Get that the right way so you can see it. And they've got just a writing end. So I should use a darker color. So nice and easy. They give you that look. So matches. And then they've also, I'm just going to bundle these. These are our Stampin Blends. So they come in a pair of 2. So they come in a light and a dark for blending purposes, obviously. And they come in all the in colors, so the 5 colors. And basically they're the same as our markers. They have a fine bullet point tip, and they have a brush end. Okay, now the difference between the two is these are alcohol and these are not. These are water-based, so they will blend with your blender pens. They will, bleed sort of thing because they are water-based. With these are alcohol, so you've got a lot more blendability with these, hence the name. And they just look gorgeous. Like they go together. You can cross blend colors and you can play till your heart's content. It's just amazing what comes up. So this is the first year that we've had them in all 5 colors. So this is an added bonus to us. I just have them so I don't have them escaping on me. So these are definitely an addition. They come in 2 packs for $12, not too expensive, and you can add them sort of as you go with your favorite colors. You don't have to get them all at once like I did, but they do come, or no, sorry, the markers will come in a 5 pack, so you'll get all 5 of them at once. The blends just come in the 2 pack. So I was going to say you can get these all at once in a bundle pack, but you can't. These markers you can, and so the ink pads also. So all 5 ink pads you can get for $46 in all 5 colors in a bundle. There is a bundle price for that, and it is on page 126. I also recommend that you get the Reinkers. I did not grab one down or have one near me. It's just a little bottle, and basically it's just to refill your ink pad when it starts to get low. It's always a good idea to buy them when you get your ink pad because then you have them and you don't have to think about it again. So it's easy. Also returning colors. So our 20, so those are our, what year are we in? Those are our 20, what did they name those? I don't even know what year. We're skipping years, right? Everybody, COVID has us skipping years. The last 2 years haven't existed, right? These colors are the 2021, 2023 colors. So they will be around for a while. These ones will be leaving us next year because there are 2020, 22 colors. Tongue twister. So that's just Jade, Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, Misty Moonlight, and Cinnamon Cider are still around and still available. Okay, so don't forget about those ones because they're beautiful too and they actually blend well with those new ones. Okay, so the other thing that comes in a pack that you can try out all 5 colors if you want, instead of just ordering an individual color, is the cardstock. So I've just cut these down just for easy camera view, but they do come in full 8.5 by 11 sheets, and then you can get them in a pack so that you can try out the colors. At first, I wasn't quite sure about these colors, so that's exactly what I did, is I ordered that pack and then tried out and then ordered all of the colors because I played with them and loved them all. So, but you may not. You may just like the greens, and so then you'll just order a full pack of the greens and not order these ones. So it just gives you a way to just try out packs. So these 5 colors come in those mixed packs, and you can get any of the color families in a mixed pack too if you're not quite sure what color you would like. Okay, so that's the cardstock. And then we've got the 6x6 Designer Series paper that also comes in this, and it comes in all the color families as well. But Oh, hang on one sec. Computer's going to sleep on me. So it's got two patterns. So I'm going to show you the two patterns here as we go. So that's the polished pink. That soft succulent. And then they've got that on the back side. Sorry, I didn't show you the pink. The fresh freesia. The pale papaya. So you can see just how beautiful these colors are. This evening evergreen is my fave. And the soft succulent. I'm partial towards the greens this year. I don't know why, but this is going to be an awesome Christmas color. Oh, I can't wait. So that's the 6x6 designer series paper. Okay, and then we've got the Shimmer Vellum, which I will bring this out a few times tonight just because it's gorgeous and it's in different areas of the catalog. So this also comes in all the colors. I'm going to try and get the shimmer going on there on the camera. Isn't this gorgeous? So you can somewhat see through it, but not really. Like if I hold my hand behind it, the lighter colors you can sort of see, but the darker ones not so much. And then on the back side, it is just like regular vellum, just colored in the in colors. So it's gorgeous, but you're going to want to use the shimmer side. Come on, look at that beautiful stuff. So that is fun. Like I say, that'll come out again at some point. We've got some in color jewels. Let me take them out of the package so that the light doesn't catch that packaging. So in color jewels, they're kind of fun. You get 20 of each of the 5 colors. They're adhesive back, so they'll just stick to the front of your cards, nice and easy. I do believe these are not back in stock till the end of the month, though. They were very, very popular, obviously, and they've gone on back order right now. But if you can always order them, and then they just go back ordered in your order, and then they'll ship to you as soon as they come in. Okay, and then the 3/8 inch open weave ribbon. Oh, I've tied a bow on it just so you can see how easily they tie bows. This is the polished pink. It's so soft, so easy to tie bows. It's gorgeous, you guys. Gorgeous. Sorry, it's all come unwound here. And here's the fresh freesia. Like, look at it. It's shimmery. It's beautiful. You can also take and like trim out the middle part and create like different looks with your ribbon. So you're not just tied to exactly what it is off the roll, right? Dissect that ribbon and do fun different things with it. So there is the soft succulent. It's just so pretty, so pretty. And the pale papaya. I just like to say the name. And then the evening evergreen. This one's kind of twisted or something here. So pretty, eh, guys? So yeah, put in the comments which is your favorite because I want to know. All right, and then I've just created some cute little cards here, just simple, easy, using the cardstock because I wanted to show it to you. And then this is another returning set. It's called I don't know. We'll find it in the catalog and I'll point it out of what I used it on. So I've just created these little note cards using the soft succulent, evening evergreen. So just simple polished pink, pale papaya. So this is just embossed with some white embossing powder and that stamp set. But it's beautiful. Like that's all you need. Like look how gorgeous it is. And the fresh freesia. And then I've just added an embossed little sentiment. And nice and easy. I always need thank you cards, so you know I tend to make a lot of thank you cards. But those are beautiful. So these will be a giveaway to somebody. Might be in the in color quiz. So definitely jump on and tell me which in color you are. because I want to know, inquiring minds want to know, and post a picture, take a screenshot of it so that we know which color it is, and then it shows, the description, so we'll know if it matches you or not. Kind of fun. So I'm just going to get this out of the way. Everyone's still with me, I hope. I will jump off here in a few minutes. We'll just go through 2 more sweets, and then I'll jump off, give you a little break. You can grab a drink, stretch your legs, and then we'll come back at it. All right, so we've been through that. So another one that I want to bring to your attention is the Days to Remember set. So this one's fun if you like to create little calendars for desks, for like your desktop, or for a gift, sort of as a 3D save the date sort of item. Basically, they come out like this. So I've just stamped one on. I've mounted this one and used the circle out of there to pick a date of whatever. I just randomly picked one. But it's fun. So you see they've got all the months in it. Don't forget, happy birthday, it's your day. So you can use these on your card fronts too. I haven't had a whole lot of play with this, but nice and easy. And the beauty of this is when you go to line up what day you're going to start on and that sort of thing, it lines up exactly with our stamp pad. So I'll just quickly show you here. So if you started at 1 and went to 31, it goes right on our stamp pad. So nice and easy. And then you would just stamp. I'll do a video on actually how to use this because it is quite easy. There are YouTube videos out there too, but don't be intimidated by it. It's not. It looks kind of scary, but it's not. Once you play with it a few times, you'll get the hang of it, and it's quick and easy. So, and then it'll give you these little calendars. So it's nice and cute, and you can personalize them however you want. So I've made a couple samples here. This one is straight out of the catalog. I've just changed the coloring. So this could be a birthday card, it could be a save the date, it could be really for anything. It just says it's your day, right? So July the 17th is your day, and then basically I've just taken out the layout that they've done and just changed a few elements, used a different embossing folder on the back, and I didn't add the greenery and stuff that they have in the catalog, but so just changed it up a bit. But it turned out really pretty, I think. And then I made a little sort of keepsake, a wedding keepsake that you could frame and give to somebody on their anniversary or something like that. So grab a nice wedding picture from their day and their color scheme and stamp it like that. And then I've just used August 18th as a random date, and it's kind of cute. I like it. I like how it turned out. So that's a fun set. Don't discard that one because it looks hard. Because it's really, really, really not. Trust me. This Sending Hugs is a new one. I haven't gotten it yet. It is on my wish list, but it looks like a lot of fun. Like I like that card up there that is featured. And then those are returning sets. So are these. So this one, these two are in my returning favorites. This one as well. This is a fun stitchery one that'll give you some borders and backgrounds like they've used in this one. Just to kind of give you some dimension to things. And I haven't ordered it yet, but it is on the wish list. Returning favorites, Pansy Petals. Oh my goodness. This one is so cute. If you don't like pansies, you're weird. Because these are beautiful. You'll like paper pansies, trust me. So this set uses all of the new in colors, if anybody noticed. I do believe that might have been one of the quiz questions. I don't have them handy in front of me, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but I have a feeling that was. So the fun part about this one is that in the suite, you will get the stamp set, the dies that coordinate, the designer series paper, and some cute little bumblebee trinkets. I'll show you those up close in a minute, but it's lots of fun. Now I haven't played with it a bunch, but I have had a little bit of fun with it. So it's got some great little sort of scripted greetings that are really, really nice. The little things you do make such a big difference. Like, isn't that sweet? A little hello from me to you. So it's quite sweet set. Okay, and then the dies coordinate with it. And the beautiful thing about the dies is, as you'll see, like samples in the catalog, where the dies cut out the actual parts to build the flower. Now, I didn't get a sample made for you, but I will get one done and probably do like just a video on just how to put it together so that you know. So this is one that has a lot of parts, but don't be intimidated by this one either because it's lots of fun. Okay, and then the paper. Oh, guys, you got to see the paper. So let's just move this for a second. So with that one item number, obviously, you can order all of what I'm going to show you right now, which is great. And then you have everything that can build the cards. So look at this paper. Oh, it's gorgeous. Nice yellow on the background. And the leaves is perfect for cutting out. So there isn't a die that goes with it. There's the ones that do sort of the embossed leaves, but these ones are quick and easy to cut out. There's no reason why you can't just do a quick trim around that. So you've got lots of paper leaves that you can cut out. Nice gingham on the back. I'm so glad they brought gingham back. Oh, did we miss that? Look at this fun one. Doesn't that say spring to you? And the purple gingham. Oh, love gingham. And then the pansies. So the dies cut out these pansies. Let me find the other little one. Here it is. So this saves some time if you have a die cutting machine that you can cut out all of these pansies. So nice, eh? And I did cut a whole sheet of these out and then I just have them in a little package for when I want to create more cards. So a nice polka dotty on the back. This one's pretty too. I like this, and it's got the little bumblebees in it. And then a nice stripe on the back. Hopefully you guys can all see this okay. My lighting, I got a new light, so I'm hoping that it's helping. Oh, this is gorgeous. I see a scrapbook page in my future with this one. And then the pale papaya gingham on the back. Oh, so gorgeous. And then we'll get up close and personal with the bees. Just get them in my hand, flip the right way. Look at them, little gold bees. And the beautiful thing about this is you can stick them in some Versamark and you can emboss them any color that you want. So you can have a white bee, a black bee, a copper bee. There'll be a video later on that I did showing some new products that I did emboss and show these bees in more detail. So keep an eye out for that. That is scheduled also, queued up at a certain time. I don't remember exactly the time because I'm not that far in my notes to tell you that, but there is, I did play with them to see, so that was fun. So here's all my little die cutted leaves. I've hand cut those out, and then my die cutted pansies for a future card. So nice and easy. And then the beautiful thing about our new stamps clings is that they're giving you an insert that has the images on it. So this comes out, so if this case should break or something, you have to replace it, it'll come out and you can switch it over to a new one, which is awesome. But then you just stick your stamps right on there and you never lose them. So if you're missing one, like this little middle of the flower, that one you definitely want to keep an eye on because it's so tiny, you can lose that no problem. But if something's missing, you're going to know, hey, I got to look for that. Always check the bottom of your paper trimmer because they do stick to that quite often. I speak from experience there. So I did stamp a few of the flowers in different colors to kind of give you an idea sort of how you layer them and what they look like. So the first one here, I've taken the fresh freesia and I've taken the base stamp. So this flat one, actually here, I'll just close it and use the front. So I've taken this one and then I've taken this one in Highland Heather and layered that over top. Then I took this one here in Gorgeous Grape, so that darker grapey color there, And then I've taken this little splat kind of one in black. And then that teeny tiny little center that I showed you, I've done that in Bumblebee. So I've created a nice little purple flower. And then same with the Calypso Coral. I stamped off this one in the Calypso Coral. So I had a second generation coloring, so it was a little bit lighter. And then I stamped the second one, so this one here, in full strength Calypso Coral because I wanted that dimension brighter. So as you can see, it's a lot brighter. And then taken that one in So Saffron, done the splat in Soft Suede, and then done the middle in Daffodil Delight. So quite pretty. So many options. Like you could Google pansies and come up with 9 million different options. So same, I've taken the So Saffron, stamped it off like I did with the Calypso Coral one, and then done Daffodil Delight, which is a darker color of yellow on top. I've done the Rich Razzleberry stamped off, so that's why it looks a little bit lighter. And then I've done the second layer there, or I guess that's the third layer, with the Rich Razzleberry at full strength. And then I've done the middle in black. And then same polished pink stamped off, polished pink full on, so that second layer. And then I've done third layer with polished pink stamped off again to kind of get it lighter. And then I've done Rich Razzleberry and Daffodil Delight in the middle. So that gives you an idea of some colorings for them, which they just turn out beautiful. I love it. So that's a fun set to play with, honestly. If you love color and just want to play, that one is a good one for you. So that's pretty much Pansy Patch. My teammate Carla is going to have a video queue up at 8 o'clock my time for the Pansy Patch. She created a double pocket fold card, which is really, really fun. So make sure you check that out. And I will slide that stuff behind me, and then we'll look at some samples of the pansy petal, and then we'll take a quick break just so I can clean up my piles and be able to work a little bit better, and then you can get up and stretch, go to the washroom, whatever you need to do, have a chocolate, and come on back and see what else I got to show you. Okay, so this one's using that gingham, and then I've used the cutouts of the pansies to create this one, and just a circle cutout. Nice and easy, simple card. This one here, I've used the Pale Papaya ribbon and one of the new Color and Contour die cuts, which we'll talk about later. These are the die cuts of the leaves. So you can see using the soft succulent and the evening evergreen, how that layers together. It just looks beautiful. That's a cutout of the pansy with some shimmer Stella on it and the gold bee. And then I've used one of our black matte dots as the center of the flower on this one. And then this one here, I've used the bark embossing folder. So I stamped the little splatters that comes in, oh, I forget what set it comes. It might be from Color and Contour too. I think it is, because it's got a cool little splat in it. I've used that on the background before I did the brick embossing folder. And then these are cutouts of the leaves and the flowers. So I used a lot of the paper cutouts in this one. And then I've used these little tiny, I don't know if you can see them, little flowers. Trying to think of the name of them. Flowering flourish flowers or something like that. We'll find them later in the catalog. In the Pale Papaya and the Fresh Freesia. They're like little resin 3D flowers. So I don't know if I can get, there we go. So you can see they've got like a 3D element to them. And I've just glued those into the center of the flowers just for something fun. So nice little card. And then this one here, I've sliced off the edge of my card so that I could expose my gingham print underneath. And I think it turned out really cool. These are some of the Fresh Freesia in color jewels that I showed you. And then I've just sponged and winked a Stella my leaves on this one. And that's just the cutouts again. So nice and easy. And then that's the bark embossing folder actually there. So nice and pretty. This one I like. I like this peachy color. So This is our new metallic paper, which we'll touch on later on. This is a carryover ribbon, and so is this one, but I think they just pair well with the metallic paper. And then the gingham, and this is just two prints of the paper out of the designer series paper. And then I've just stamped the greeting right onto the cardstock. And then these are faceted gems that I've colored with my blends in yellow, just to give my flowers a yellow center. So nice and pretty. This one's kind of fun. I've used the plaster embossing folder, painted texture, I think it's called, and then used the die cuts and some linen thread and some champagne rhinestones. And then I've just taken the rectangle postage punch and I've just cut out some of the paper elements and then put those on the paper. Or on my background, I should say, on the paper. And then this one I did post close to Mother's Day, I think. It's a little apron that I made out of the little gardening apron that I made out of the designer series paper and some of the paper cutouts, and then just added some evening evergreen ribbon to the top of it. And then if you open it up, it just has some little seeds in it. I couldn't find pansy seeds anywhere to save my life in all of Edmonton, so I just grabbed some Cosmos and stuck those in. So nice and cute. It's just got a little pocket with the paper on the bottom. So if I had seen Carla's video before that, I would have made a double pocket card, but that's okay. I like the little apron too. So that's it for my first hour here. That gives you a lot. Have a quick peek back through what I've talked about and make your wish list. And I'll give you, say, maybe 10, 15 minutes for me to clean up, and then I'll pop back on and continue on with walking you through the catalog. Okay, you guys, so go have a quick break and I'll meet you back here in a moment. Okay, bye bye.